So ayan, hello, good afternoon. So continue natin yung lecture natin sa theory of structure. So nag-end tayo dun sa area moment method. Okay, hindi ako na-discuss pala dun. So we have the deflection due to impact load. So madali lang naman ito. So yung deflection natin due to impact load or also called, yung symbol natin dyan is delta IL. That is equal to yung deflection natin na na-compute natin using DMM or AMM or kahit anong method. So, it could be conjugate or it could be FEM, three moment, ano. Imumultiply natin using this, tawag dito, quantity ng 1 plus, the square root of 1 plus 2h over delta ST. Where yung h po natin, yan po yung height kung saan natin drinap yung object. Okay, malinaw? So, ayan. So, ito naman yung formula natin for deflection due to impact. Okay? So, iba kasi yung analysis natin kapag yung tawag dito, yung object natin is nakarest lang sa beam. Then, ibang scenario din kapag yung object is binagsak natin. So, may certain height siya, then binagsak natin dun sa beam. Okay, malinaw? So, next method natin, so we have the conjugate beam method. Proceed tayo dito sa third method. So, we have the two theorems sa conjugate beam. First is that the slope at the point daw in the real beam is numerically equal to the shear at the corresponding point in the conjugate beam. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? So, yung slope daw natin na makukuha sa real beam, okay? Or yung kukunin natin na slope sa real beam, that is equal lang din, numerically equal to the shear ng conjugate beam. Okay? Then yung second theorem naman, the displacement or the deflection ng real beam is numerically equal daw sa moment na mako-compute natin sa conjugate beam. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan natin, i-derive natin yung relationship nitong dalawa, nung theta and ng v, then yung y and m. Okay? Using nung DIM saka yung EMM. Okay? Yung mga natutunan natin sa dalawang methods na yon. So, mamaya na natin i-discuss yung transformation ng supports natin to conjugate. Okay? Or ng real beam natin to conjugate. Okay? So, para ma-transform natin yan, okay? So, bibigyan ko na kayo ng papyaw. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is we have to make a moment. Okay? Moment diagram. Okay? Kung saan natin ina-analyze yung deflection and slope. Okay? Then, from that, so, may analysis din tayo, yung conversion ng real to conjugate. Okay? Using the analysis ng shear and moment. Okay? Using this relationship between these two. Okay? Para makagawa tayo ng conjugate beam. Okay? So, mamaya na yan. So, focus muna tayo dito. So, say for example, itong nasa taas na to, meron tayong beam. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong simply supported beam. So, meron tayong pin support sa left, then roller support sa right. Then, meron tayong, tawag dito, non-uniform distributed load. Okay? Having a load W. Okay? So, denoted as W siya. Then, ang gagawin natin, kukuha tayo ng strip dito. Okay? Sa load na to. Tawagin nating DX or differential X. Okay? Then, ang ginawa natin, okay, inanalyze natin yung moment. So, gumawa tayo ng moment diagram from this point na to, okay, kung saan tayo kumuha ng strip na to, okay, so gumawa tayo ng moment equation, okay, about this point. Okay, so kung matatandaan natin, meron tayong reaction dito, RA and RB. So, mapoproduce yan ng positive moment dito. So, paakyat yan. Okay, then pababa dito. Okay, so, assume natin na ito yung magiging moment diagram dyan. Okay, then, same lang din yung process. Kuha tayo ng strip dyan kung saan natin inanalyze yung point, okay? Or nag-analyze nung strip natin, okay? So, same din yung length ng strip, differential x, pero yung value nito, nung height nito, okay, hindi na siya W. Instead, M over EI na kasi moment na to eh. Right? So, hindi na siya load. Okay, moment na ito. Yung diagram natin dito. Hindi na siya yung load diagram. Okay, so, ito yung real beam, then ito yung conjugate beam. Okay, so ito yung strip natin, di ba, for real beam. So yung base niya is dx, then yung height natin is w. Then for the conjugate beam, we have the horizontal, okay, value of dx, then yung height natin, we have the m over ei. So ano yung next step? Okay, kung titingnan na natin, yung differential area nito, okay, For the real beam muna, so we have dA is equal to W times dx. Okay. So, ano makikita natin dito? Kung maalala natin yung unit natin for W, so usually naka-kilonewton per meter yan. Okay? So, kung ito kilonewton per meter, yung W natin, minultiply natin ng dx, so yung dx natin, assume natin in terms of meter yan, so anong matitirang unit natin? We have the kilonewton. Okay? So, therefore, ito, magiging kilonewton yung unit yan. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, yung shear, di ba? Yung unit niya is kilonewton lang din. So, therefore, yung A natin, papalitan natin ng V. Okay? Which stands for shear. Okay? So, we have dV is equal to W dx. Okay? Then, next naman, analyze natin itong conjugate. Conjugate beam na to. So, we have the differential area that is equal to M over EI times dx. Okay? And kung maalala ninyo sa tawag dito, DIM, okay? So kung maalala ninyo yung halimbawa, transpose natin yung EI dito sa left side ng equation natin. So we have the dA. Wait lang. So we have the dA that is equal to mdx. Okay? Kung titingnan natin yung dA, di ba? Almost equal lang yun din yan sa d theta. Okay? Yung A natin is approximately equal to theta. Okay? So, using the DIM. Okay? So, therefore, papalitan natin yung dA natin ng d theta. Okay? That is equal to M over EI times the dx. Okay? So, I hope na intindihan nyo guys, ano? Yung transformation natin dyan. So, we have d dV is equal to W dx. So, itong dalawang ito. Okay? So, ito. Then, ito. Okay. So, ang ginawa natin, ano? Integrate natin yung V. So, matitira natin dyan. So, we have V is equal to the integral of W dx. Okay? Then, yung theta naman, that is equal to the integral of M over EI times the dx. And kung titingnan natin, merong relationship between these two. Okay? And that relationship, between these two, okay, which is the shear and the theta, okay, satisfies the first theorem ng conjugate beam natin. Okay? So, we have the theta ng real beam natin is numerically equal sa shear ng conjugate beam natin. So, ayan. So, for the second naman, for the second theorem, so ang ginawa natin dyan, okay, so itong naka-underline dito, yung naka-highlight, yung nilinyahan natin ng pula, okay, so i-differentiate natin siya. Okay, second derivative ng V naman, so we have d squared V is equal to W dx times dx. And kung maalala ninyo, yung W dx natin, naka-kilonewton na siya, then multiply pa natin ng dx natin, ng unit niya is meter. So therefore, yung magiging unit niya is parang moment lang din. Right? So therefore, that is also equal to, transform natin yung V into M. Okay? So W dx times dx. Whereas naman, yung d theta natin, kapag dinifferentiate pa natin siya ulit, so we have M over EI dx times dx. So kung maalala natin, itong M over EI dx, that is equal to d theta na lang din. Okay? And maalala ninyo dun sa DIM method natin, okay? Kapag twice natin in-integrate, okay, yung moment, okay, which is ito, so anong mapoproduce natin? We have d displacement, di ba? So we have, kung maalala ninyo, EIY is equal to MDX, right? Plus C1X plus C2. Right? Tama ba? Wait lang, wait lang. Hindi, MDX, ano na siya? Okay, so parang ganito na lang. Okay? Yan, parang ganyan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, so yung y natin, yung theta natin, papalitan na lang natin ng y. Okay? So, instead of using theta, we use the second derivative of y is equal to MEI, m over EI pala. Okay. So, ayan. Suburahin ko lang ito. Then, so ang gawin natin, isolate natin itong m or integrate natin. I mean, is-integrate pala. So, we have m is equal to d double integral. Okay? Then, for the y naman, we have the m over EI dx times the dx. Okay? So, ayan, kung titingnan natin, merong relationship itong dalawa na to as satisfied by the second equation. Second theorem pala. So, we have the displacement ng real beam natin that is numerically equal to the moment ng conjugate beam natin. Okay, so, ayan, malinaw. So, next naman is yung conversion natin ng real beam into conjugate beam. So, paano ba natin mako-convert? Okay, yung real beam into conjugate beam. Okay, so gawa tayo ng parang table dito. So, we have the real beam. Then, we have the conjugate beam. Okay, so, first muna, so, paano natin mako-convert yan? So, yung mga pinakamadali muna, which is yung mga external supports. So, unahin muna natin yung pin support. Okay? So, halimbawa, yung end niya ng beam natin. So, ito yung beam natin. Then, meron siyang pin support. So, kung titingnan natin yan by analysis, okay? Dito sa point na to, sa pin support na yan, so makaka-produce tayo ng slope dyan. So, merong value yung slope natin or yung theta natin. However, yung displacement natin dyan at pin support is equal to 0. Okay? So, balik tayo dito. Okay? So, kapag yung real beam natin, theta is equal to 0, or may value pala, so, ibig sabihin, sa conjugate natin, may value yung V natin. Then, for real beam naman, 0 yung value. So, therefore, 0 din yung value ng M natin. So, ibig sabihin, sa conjugate beam natin dito, okay, so, yung Y natin, para hindi kayo malito, no? So, para hindi na tayo pabalik-balik. So, ang gawin natin, yung Y is equivalent to M, numerically equivalent to M, then yung theta natin, numerically equal to V. Okay, so may value yung V natin sa conjugate, then yung M natin is equal to 0. So, anong support ba yung merong value ang shear, pero yung moment natin equal to 0? So, we have the pin support. Okay, so yung conversion ng real beam to conjugate beam, okay, same lang din, pin lang din. Okay? Okay, hindi ko na i-draw pala. So, okay na yan. So, next, we have the roller support. So, sa roller support naman, so we have y is equal to 0 dito. Ano, same lang din sa uh, pin support. So, we have the slope dito that is equal to theta. So, yung conversion niya into conjugate, kung maalala natin, yung V lang din, may value siya kasi may value yung slope natin. Okay? Pero yung moment natin is equal to 0. So, therefore, yung corresponding conjugate beam niya from roller magiging pin connection siya or pin support. Okay, next we have the fixed support. Ito yung third case natin. So kung titingnan natin dito sa end na to, dito sa fixed end, so kung titingnan natin dito, walang value yung theta dito sa fixed end. Okay, so therefore we have the theta is equal to 0. Also yung displacement natin dito sa fixed end, since nare-restrict siya yung left end natin, okay, na mag-deflect downwards or upwards, therefore yung y po natin dyan, that is also equal to 0. Okay? Then yung transformation natin from real beam to conjugate beam, so since yung theta natin is equal to 0, therefore yung shear natin dyan is equal to 0, then yung y natin, that is also numerically equal to m, therefore yung m din natin is equal to 0. So, ano po bang support yung merong, I mean, walang shear at walang moment. So, we have the conjugate, conjugate, we have the free end. Okay? So, free end ang yung transformation ng support natin dyan. So, free end lang. So, parang ganyan lang. Alisin tuloy natin yung ano. Wait lang. Yan, pwede na yan. The next naman, we have the free end. Okay? So, sa free end, kung i-analyze natin siya, ibawa, may in-apply tayong load. So, ang mangyayari, parang magde-deflect yan. Okay, downward. Itong part na to. So, halimbawa, uh, so we have the theta here. Okay, may value yung theta natin. And meron ding value yung y natin. Okay? So, therefore, since may value yung theta and y natin, may value yung shear at moment niya for the conjugate. Okay? So, anong support ba yung merong value merong value ng shear at moment? So, we have the fixed end. Okay? So, yung transformation niya, we have the fixed end. Okay? Then next naman, internal supports tayo. So, unahin muna natin yung internal P. Ibaba natin yung problem. So, mamaya na tayo mag-proceed sa problem solving. So, ayan. So, kapag internal naman, say for example, first case natin, we have the internal pin. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, wait lang ha. Okay, so, at pin support, kung titingnan natin dyan, okay, may value yung theta natin dyan sa magkabilang dulo. Okay, however, yung y po natin dyan, that is equal to 0. So, kung i-convert natin yan into conjugate beam, okay, we have value ng shear kasi merong value yung slope natin. However, yung moment natin, that is equal to 0. So, anong internal support yung merong value ng shear pero walang value yung moment or 0 yung moment. So, we have the internal hinge. Okay? So, from internal pin, magiging internal hinge siya. So, we have the internal hinge. Okay, next, we have the um, internal roller naman. So, halimbawa, meron tayong roller dito. Roller support. So, ano mangyayari dyan? So, meron tayong theta dyan sa magkabila. Okay? And also, ano pa? How about sa displacement? So, yung displacement po natin dyan, that is equal to 0. Okay? And kung titingnan natin dyan, merong value yung V, then yung M natin is equal to 0. So, therefore, yung transformation niya into conjugate, internal hinge lang din. So, kung maalala niyo yung internal hinge, so meron siyang horizontal and vertical force. Okay? Pero walang moment yan. Okay? Then last one naman, kapag internal hinge. Okay? So, ayan. Kung titingnan natin, okay? About this point, okay, may angle tayo dyan, theta. Okay? And from this point, okay, bumaba yung value ng y natin. So, merong value yung deflection natin and d theta. Okay? So, therefore, meron tayong value ng shear end moment. Okay? Then, yung transformation natin into conjugate beam, okay, instead na internal hinge, so ano yung magiging transformation niya? So, anong internal support ba yung merong shear end moment? So, we have the internal roller. Okay? So, ayan. So, para mas maintindihan ninyo, um, gagawa pa ko ng example dito. Okay? So, halimbawa, ito yung rebeam natin. So, kung titingnan natin dyan, free end ito. So, roller ito sa gitna. Then, dito is nakapin. So, halimbawa, ito reel. So, paano natin siya i-convert into conjugate? Okay? Kung maalala ninyo, yung transformation natin ng free end, okay, dito, magiging fixed na siya. Okay? Then, dito naman sa gitna, so, from roller, okay, magiging internal hinge na yan. Okay? So, wait lang. Hindi siya nag-move. Okay. So, we have the internal hinge dito. Okay? Then, dito naman, so, from pin, so, pin lang din. Copy lang din. Okay? So, yan yung conjugate. Equivalent conjugate beam niya na from real beam. So, next case naman, so, halimbawa, meron tayo ditong roller. May roller support tayo dito. Then, ayan. So, naka-fix end dito. Then, meron tayong yan, internal hinge. So, paano natin siya i-convert into conjugate beam? So, from roller, magiging, ano yung equivalent niya? So, we have the pin. Okay? So, we have pin dito. Then, dito sa gitna, so, magiging roller yan. Then, yung kahuli-hulihan, so, we have the fixed end. So, magiging free end yan. Okay? So, yan yung transformation natin to conjugate. Okay? So, naintindihan? So, I guess pwede na tayo mag-solve ng problem. So, para mas maintindihan nyo lalo, okay, yung application ng conjugate beam method. So, problem 1, determine the slope and deflection at point B of the steel beam shown in the figure. And the reactions have been computed. So, meron tayong value ng modulus of elasticity. Wait lang. Wait lang ha. Ayan. So, we have the value. We have the value ng E, or the modulus of elasticity that is equal to 29 times 10 raised to 3 KSI. Then yung I po natin, we have 800 inches raised to 4. Okay? So, meron tayong answer dito. Pero, paano natin makuha yung answer na yan? So, analysis muna. Kung titingnan natin, okay, meron tayong 5 kips dito sa gitna. Okay? Then, meron tayong fixed end dito. Okay? So, ang gawin natin first, meron naman tayong value dito ng resisting support. So, we have the upward support. Okay? Yung support at A natin, we have 5 kips. Okay? Mag-equate dito sa 5K downward na load. 5 kips. Then, yung moment natin dito, that is equal to 75 K feet. Okay? Keep feet. Okay? So, ang mangyari dito, so, hindi na tayo magko-compute ng reactions or ng moments dito. So, ang gawin na lang natin, kunin natin yung moment diagram. Okay? Ng beam na to, okay, with respect to A. So, ang gagawin natin dyan, so, draw na lang natin direkta. Okay? So, itong 5 kips na to, 5 times 15, we have 75. Okay? So, since downward yan, so, ito yung magiging equivalent niya. So, ito po yung equivalent na moment diagram niya. Okay, so value nito, we have 75, negative 75. So ito, M over EI yan. Naka M over EI. Okay, so therefore ito, naka 75 over EI. Okay, next, ang gawin natin, itong beam na to, i-transform natin into conjugate beam. So ito yung real beam, conjugate beam niya. So we have D, so fixed end, so magiging free end siya dito. Then dun sa kanan, free end, so magiging fixed end. So fixed end dito. Okay? So we have A here, then we have B, point B. Okay? So ang gawin natin, ang hinahanap kasi, okay, yung slope and deflection at B. So we have the slope at B, which is unknown, and yung deflection at B, which is also unknown. Okay, so unahin muna na natin yung theta B. So paano natin makuha yung theta B? So kung maalala natin, okay, yung theta ng real beam natin, that is equal to the shear ng conjugate beam. And kung titingnan natin, okay, so yung conjugate beam po natin dyan, okay, which is ito, di ba? So yung ino-hover ko na cursor, okay, so we have the free end sa left, okay, fix dito sa right. So ang gawin natin, for part A, kung maalala natin, TB, theta B pala, is numerically equal to the shear at B. So ito yung real, then ito yung conjugate. Right? So ang gawin natin, compute natin yung shear dito. Okay? So that is equal to the area lang naman ito. Okay? Itong triangle na to. Okay? So yung length nito, we have 15. Okay? So ito yung gitna. Okay, gitna yan. So ito, 15 dito. So yung area lang naman ito. So we have the theta B that is equal to area ng triangle, we have 1/2. Okay, so we have 1/2 times negative 75. Okay? So we have negative 75. Keep fit yan. Okay? So ang gawin natin, 1/2 75 tapos naka 15 pa times 15 yung base niya. 15 feet. So ang gawin natin, magiging feet squared to. So conversion factor, 1 foot, 12 inches. Okay, then square natin. Then yung denominator natin will be the EI. So yung E natin, we have 29 times 10 raised to 3. Okay? Times, anong unit? So hindi natin na lagay yung unit. Okay? Times yung I natin, that is equal to 800 inches raised to 4. Okay? So solving for theta B, we have ilan? So we have negative 0.00349 rad. Okay? Andyan yung answer natin for part A. How about part B? Okay? So ito yung end natin dito. Okay? So ang ginawa natin, kinompute natin, tiningnan natin to the left ng B. Okay? Yung area niya. Okay? So, na-compute natin yung theta B. Okay? The next step naman, yung hinahanap is yung delta B. Okay? And that is numerically equal lang din sa moment. Okay? Ng moment diagram natin from B. Okay? So, kukunin natin yung centroid dito. That is equal to 15 plus 2/3 nitong 15. Okay? So, we have 15 plus 30. Okay? Over 3. Or 15 plus 10. We have 25. Right? So, ang gawin natin dito, that is equal to yung area nito. So, copy lang ito. Okay, we have 1/2 times negative 75. So, hindi ko na-include yung ano, no? Yung unit. So, 15 times is centroid. So, we have 25. Okay, so yung conversion factor niya, okay? So, 1 feet, 12 inches. Okay, so meron tayong keep feet, meron pang feet, then itong 25 na to, in terms of feet din yan, so magiging 3 na to. Okay? So, yung denominator natin, wait lang ha. So, we have, copy lang ito, times 800. Okay? Then, we have negative 1.05 inches. Okay? So, yan yung final answer natin sa problem 1. Okay? Then, next problem naman. So, we have problem 2. Wait lang, hindi ko pa pala napapaste dito. Yan. So, problem 2. Meron tayong cantilever beam, ABC. So, yung ABC daw natin, nakafix siya sa A. Okay? So, ito yung point A natin. Then, yung segment AB daw natin is 2 meters long. So, ito yung point B natin. Then, yung BC natin is 3 meters long. Then, meron daw triangular loads sa segment BC ranging from 0 at B to 40 kilonewton per meter at C. Okay? So, anong hinanap dito? Part A, yung maximum slope ng beam natin. And yung part B naman, maximum deflection. Okay? By analysis, kung titingnan natin, halimbawa, ito yung ano natin, ito yung beam natin, di ba? So by analysis, halimbawa, nag-apply tayo ng load dito. Halimbawa, nandito yung load. So ang mangyayari, syempre magde-deflect yung beam natin downwards. So kung titingnan natin, yung maximum deflection po is nandito sa pinaka-end natin, which is yung point C. Okay? So, that is equal to the slope at C. Then yung delta max naman natin, nangyayari po yan sa pinaka-free end din natin. Okay? Which is yung delta C lang din. Okay? So, wait lang ha. Yun. So, ayan. Gawin natin first is solve muna natin yung reaction sa A. So, we have RA. So, ang gawin natin, kunin lang natin yung equivalent point load nito. So, we have 1/2. 1/2 times 40 times ilan ba yung haba nito? So, we have 3. That is equal to 60. Okay? So, we have 60 kilonewtons. Then, yung moment naman natin about point A. Okay? That is equal to 1 half 40 times 3 times each moment arm, that is equal to 2 plus 2/3 ng 3. Okay? That is equal to ilan? So we have 240. Okay? Kilonewton meter. Then naka-negative yan. So next step gawin natin will be ito-draw natin yung moment diagram niya. So we have this moment diagram. Mali pala. So, para ba to? So, unahin muna natin yung RA. Ano? So, 60 kilonewtons times this moment arm, we have the 3 plus 2. So, we have 60 times 5. So, paakyat yan. Ito yung point A, ano? Ito yung point B. Lagay rin natin dito. Then, nandito yung point C. So, we have 60 times 5. That is equal to 300. Wait lang ah. Kilonewton meter. The next, we have the moment naman dito. We have 240 kilonewton meter. So, ilan ba to? So, dito sa baba. At hindi gumagana. Dito ka. So, ayan. Saan na yun? Okay. So, dito sa baba, lakihan natin yun para makadraw tayo ng maayos. So, we have yung value dito. So, yung moment po natin, ay mali-mali. Wait lang ah. So, galing pala dito sa dulo ng A hanggang sa C. So, we have D, yung computed na moment sa A. So, we have D negative 240. Okay. Kilonewton meter. Then, yung last naman, so we have the triangular load. Okay. Yung moment induced by the triangular load. Balikan natin sa taas. So, we have the, kunin natin yung moment dito. So, paano natin makuha? So, yung moment arm niya. So, we have the, ilan ba to? We have the 1/3. 1/3 ng 3. Okay, so we have, so ito, triangle. Ano? So, kung maalala ninyo from AMM, okay? So, yung shear diagram natin ng triangular load, so magiging parabolic. Then from shear to moment diagram niya, magiging cubic siya. So, ito, magiging cubic ito. Okay, naka third degree ito. Okay, so yung value naman nito is equal to the moment. Dito, that is equal to yung area nito times its moment arm. We have 1/3 times 3. Right? So, we have the 1 half ng 40 times 3 times 1/3 ng 3. Okay, that is equal to 60. 60 kilonewton meter. Naka-negative to. Okay? So, next step, ang gawin natin, convert natin itong real beam into conjugate. Okay? So, yung corresponding conjugate niya is magiging ganito. Okay? So, i-apply nyo lang ito dito. Okay? So, parang ano bang tawag dito? So, parang nandito na yung fixed end niya, no? Sa part na to. Dito ko i-apply yung, ano bang tawag dito? Yung mga loads. Okay? So, you have point A, you have point B, then point C. So, part A, ang kinukuha muna is yung theta at C. So, para makuha natin yung theta at C, so titingnan natin yung lahat ng mga areas to the left ng C. Okay, so we have three areas. So, itong triangular, itong rectangular, then itong cubic. So, computein lang natin yung area niyan. Okay? And that is equal to the maximum slope ng beam, which is the theta C. Okay, so theta C po natin, that is equal to yung area nito. So we have 300. So we have 1/2 times 300 times yung haba nito. So we have ito 2 meters, 3 meters. So total of 5 meters. Okay, minus 240 times its length. We have 5 meters. Then minus ito. Ilan ba to? So ito that is equal to 60 yung height, pero yung base niya that is equal to 3 meters. Then 1/4 natin yan. Okay? 1/4 times, kung maalala ninyo kung bakit 1/4, okay? So, balikan natin yung AMM. Okay, yung general formula kasi natin sa AMM, di ba? Kung matatandaan ninyo. So, we have yung area po natin dyan is equal to 1 over n plus 1 b times h. So, kung maalala ninyo, ito naka-third degree, 3 plus 1. So, we have 1 over 3 plus 1, we have 1/4. Okay, so we have 300, 1/4 times 300, ay hindi 300. So, yung height niya pala is 60. Okay, then yung length nito, we have 3. Okay, solving for the theta c, ilan po ba yan? So, we have negative 495 over EI. Okay, over EI, kilonewton meter squared. Okay, so yan po yung answer natin for part A. Next naman, we have part B. Okay, yung maximum deflection naman, so delta C natin. So ang gagawin natin, kunin lang natin yung yung area times d centroid. Okay? Ng kada polygon dito or ng tawag dito ng kada area. Okay? So we have parang summation lang siya ng area times centroid. Okay? So to the left, so unahin muna natin to triangle. So we have 1/2 times 300 times 5 times each moment arm from point C. Okay? That is equal to 1/3 ng 5. Okay? Or 5 over 3. Then minus 240 times 5 times kalahati ng 5. So we have 5 halves. Then minus, copy lang ito. So we have 1/4 times 60 times 3, yung area, times its centroid, okay, from point C. So we have 1/5. Okay? 1/5 ng 3. Okay? Kung may magtatanong ulit sa inyo kung saan galing yung 1/5, so yung general formula natin for the centroid, using AMM, so we have 1 over n plus 2 times the base. Okay? So n plus 2, so 3 plus 2, we have 5. Okay? Times yung base natin, we have 3. Okay? So, solving for this, so we have sigma c that is equal to ilan? So we have 1,777. Okay? So we have negative 177 over EI kilonewton meter cube. Okay? And yan yung answer natin for part B. Okay? So nakuha na natin yung dalawang answer sa problem 2. So last problem, i-paste ko lang dito. So, ayan. So, meron tayong cantilever beam having a vertical downward load of 150 kilonewton daw at point B, then uniform load of 30 kilonewton per meter from C to D. So, meron tayong EI, modulus of elasticity natin, that is equal to 200 gigapascal. Okay? Or 200 times 10 raised to 3 megapascal. Okay? And yung I natin, 500 times 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. Okay? So, part A, compute the slope and deflection at B, A and B, then C and D, slope and deflection at point D. So, unang gawin muna natin, ano? So, same lang yung mga process, ano? Mostly yung makikita natin mga problems dito, mga cantilever din, eh. So, same process. Ang gawin natin, solve for the reaction and moment at A. Then, po-proceed tayo sa moment diagram. Okay? So, kukunin natin yung moment diagram with respect to A. So, kunin mo muna natin yung mga reactions sa A. So, we have the vertical reaction sa A that is equal to 150 plus 30 times 7. So, ilan ba yan? So, using your calculator, so we have 150 plus 30 times 7. So, we have 360. So, meron tayong 360 na support sa na reaction sa A. Then, yung moment sa A natin, that is equal to 150 times 4 plus 30. So, yan yung moment arm natin ng 150. Okay? So, malito, hindi siya nakakilonewton per meter. So, 30 times yung length niya, 7, times is moment arm, we have 4 plus 4 plus 3.5, kalahati ng 7. So, 4 plus 4 plus 3.5. So, we have 11.5. Okay, solving for this, we have 150 times 4 plus 30 times 7 times 11.5. So, we have 3,015. Okay, so meron tayong 3,015 dito. Okay? Kilonewton meter. Okay, so meron tayong reactions at point A. So, ang gawin natin, gawa na tayo ng moment diagram with respect to A. So, gawa tayo ng moment diagram dyan. So, ang gawin natin, diretso na tayo sa ano eh. Gawin na lang natin. So, diretso na tayo sa conjugate beam. So, from fixed end, magiging free end ito. Then, yung right side naman is magiging fixed end. Okay, so, yung point A natin, ito yung point A natin, ito yung point B, ito yung point C, and ito yung point B. So, yung point A natin, so meron tayo dyang 360 kilonewton. Okay, so ganito yung magiging moment diagram niya. So, kung nahihirapan pa kayo na i-drawing kung ano ba yung moment diagram, so balikan niyo yung discussion natin or yung lecture natin sa AMM. Okay, sa pag-draw ng moment diagram natin. Okay? Ng iba-ibang load. So halimbawa, ito, concentrated load. So magiging triangular load siya pag kinonvert natin siya ito moment diagram. Ano? So yung equivalent nito, so we have RA 360 times its moment arm, we have 15. Yung kabuang haba ng beam natin, so we have 360 times 15. That is equal to ilan? So we have 5,400. Then next naman, we have the moment at A that is equal to 3,015 kilonewton meter. So, nandito din yan. Okay, so we have, copy lang ito. Then next naman, we have the point load dito, 150 kilonewton. So, multiply natin ng moment arm niya with respect to D. So, we have 7 plus 4, yung moment arm. We have 11. So, 11 times 150. So, we have 11 times 150. That is equal to, tama ba? So, 1,650. Okay? Kilonewton meter. Then last one, we have the rectangular load. So kapag kinonvert natin siya into moment diagram, so yung rectangular load, so magiging parabolic siya. Okay? So naka second degree ito. So therefore ito naka one-third. One-third ng, okay, so yung ano muna pala, yung area nito, yung equivalent load niya. So we have 30 times 7, 30 times 7 times its moment arm. Okay? So we have, wait lang 30 times 7 times 0.5. Hindi 0.5. Okay, so 30 times 7 times is moment arm. We have kalahati ng 7, we have 3.5. Okay? That is equal to 735. Negative 735 kilonewton meter. Okay? So, meron na tayong mga height. Ito po yung mga kinompute natin. Yan po yung mga height. Okay? Then, compute natin yung mga moment arm niya, which is magagamit natin mamaya for deflection. Okay? Pero pwedeng hindi naman muna. So, focus muna tayo dito sa part A. So, ayan. Part A, slope at B. So, ang hinahanap is yung slope dito sa point B. So, ang gagawin natin, ikakat natin ito. Magkakat tayo dito. Then, i-analyze lang natin yung to the left ng B. Okay? Para hindi na tayo mahirapan. Pwede naman to the right ng B, pero mas matatagalan tayo. Okay? Sa pag-analysis. So, ito na lang yung consider natin. So, kung titingnan natin, meron tayong dalawang polygon dito or dalawang area. So, una is yung parte ng negative 3015 kilonewton meter. Then, yung isa naman is yung triangular na moment diagram natin from the 5,400. Pero hindi natin alam yung height nito. So, denote natin as y. So, para makuha yan, okay, so we will be using similar triangle. Okay, so ito, 5,400. Yung kabuuan niya, so we have the 15. So ito yung y natin. Then ito naman, we have the, ilan ba to? So A to B, so we have 4. So we have y over 4 is equal to 5,400 over 15. Solve for the value ng y. That is equal to ilan? 5,400 times 4 divided by 15. So we have 1,440. Okay, may value na tayo ng y natin or the load here. Okay, so next step, gawin natin, compute for the area na lang. Okay, so area nitong triangle, so that is equal to the theta b na mismo. So we have yung triangle muna. So 1/2 times the height, we have 1,440, which is the y, times the base, we have the 4 meters, minus yung area nitong sa baba, yung rectangular. So we have 3015 times yung haba, which is the 4 meters. Then solve for theta b. May nakalimutan pa pala tayo. So we have E saka I. So hindi natin na-include yung E saka I. So ayusin natin yung uh, equation. So yung E po natin, 200 times 10 raised to 3. Okay, megapascal. So naka-Newton per millimeter squared siya. Then 500 times 10 raised to 6. Okay, so since itong denominator natin naka-Newton millimeter, so ang gawin natin, ito naka-kilonewton meter. So ang gawin natin, times 1,000 na lang ito. Okay, for the, para maging Newton, yung kilonewton, then yung meter to millimeter. So since naka-millimeter squared ito, okay, so ang gawin natin, square natin yan. Then solve for theta b. Ano ba yung sagot dito? So we have, ilan ba yung answer dito? Okay, 0.0918 rad. So tama yung nakuha nating sagot, okay? So yung theta b po natin, 0.0918 rad. The next step naman is yung deflection at B. So ang gagawin natin, area times the moment arm or the centroid. Okay? From point B, nitong area to the left. Okay? So ang gawin natin, copy lang natin ito, yung sa taas. So 1/2 times 1,440 times 4. So since triangular siya, ito, okay, triangular ito. So therefore, 1/3. 1/3 ng 4. Okay? Minus 3,015 times 4 times yung ano niya, kalahati ng 4. So we have 2. Okay? Times 1,000. So magiging raised to 4 na to kasi may millimeters pa tayong isa. So nag-add pa tayo ng unit of length. Then 200 times 10 raised to 3 times ilan ba tong I natin? 500. So solve for the delta B or the deflection at point B. Tama ba? Wait lang ha. Okay, so we have 202.8 millimeters. Okay? So naka-millimeters tayo dito. Okay? Ito yung part B. So nakuha na natin yung mga answer sa part A and part B. So sa part C and part D naman, same process lang, okay? Pero hindi na yung to the left ng B. So yung kabuuan na yung i-consider natin dito. Okay? Wala. Di bale. Okay na yan. Okay, so ayan. Part C naman, yung slope at D. So ang gagawin natin, ang i-analyze na natin is yung nasa left ng D. Wait lang ha. Wait lang. Okay, pwede na yan. So, ayan. Gawin natin dito, theta at D. So, gawin natin yung area. Kumpitin natin yung lahat ng mga area dito. So, we have 1/2. Wait lang ha. So, nagde-delay yung pentab natin. 1/2 times yung area nito, ng triangle, 5,400 times its length. We have the 15 meters. Then minus 3,015 times 15. Then next, we have the triangular here. So we have minus 1/2 ng 1,650 times its length. We have the 11 meters minus ito. So we have, ano yung area nito? So ito naka second degree. So therefore, 1/3. Okay, so naka 1/3 ito. 1/3 ng 735 times its height. We have the base pala. We have 7 meters. Wait lang. Okay. Then, nakalimutan pa tayo yung conversion factor. So, we have 1,000 raised to 3. Then, we have 200 times 10 raised to 3. And we have the 500 times 10 raised to 6. So, solving for the slope at D, ilan ba yan? So, ilan ba? So, we have 0.155. Okay? So, we have 0.155 rad. And yan po yung answer natin for part D. Part C pala. Okay? Then next, for the part D, so kukunin lang natin, mag-a-additional lang tayo, which is yung moment arm. Okay? Ng kada area. So, we have, copy lang natin yung sa part C. So, 1/2, wait lang, times 5,400 times 15 times is moment arm, 1/3 ng 15 minus 3,015 times 15 times 7 minus 1/2 ng 1,650 times 11 times 11 over 3 minus 1/3, 735 times 7 times its moment arm, we have 1/5, 1/4 pala, sorry. 1/4 ng 7. Okay? Multiplied by 1,000 raised to 4 na to. Okay? All over 200 times 10 raised to 3 times 500 times 10 raised to 6. Okay? Solve for deflection at D. Ilan ba yan? So, wait lang ha. So, 0.5 times 5,400 and 15 times, ilan ba to? 15 divided by 3, we have 5. Then, times 7. 10 times 11 over 3. Then, dito naman, times 7 over 4. Okay. Times 1,000 raised to 4. So, we have, ilan ba? Tama ba yung nakuha natin? Wait lang ha. 1/4 ng 7. 1/3 ng 11. 1/3 ng 15. Okay, mali dito. So, 15, hindi siya 7, ano? So, dapat 15 divided by 2. So, we have 7.5. So, check na natin ulit. So, we have times 5 times 7.5 times 11 over 3. Then last, we have the 7 over 4. Okay, so nakuha na natin. So, we have 1,730 millimeters. Okay? Naka-negative yan, naka-negative po yan. So, yan, that ends our lecture for conjugate beam. So, I hope marami kayo natutunan. Then, pakisolve na lang ng yung mga practice problems natin sa TOS1. So, ayan, that's it. Thank you sa pakikinig.